Hello, hello, hello. I couldn't get there fast enough.
Right.
So I'm just like, oh my goodness. And guys, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Happy SATUDAY night. Do you remember that one? Do you know?
Yes,
I
I
know
do.
you're younger than I am. I just thought maybe, in your 30s, you might not remember that. So, because you are
Yeah,
young, and you are very young looking.
thank
Good for you. You have a really good skin. I will let you know who this very healthy skin person is in a minute, because guess what? Yours truly decided to do something which you all know that I am not high tech. So because I'm not high tech, what I did was I copied the wrong thing for Instagram, and because we're completely not on Instagram right now. So what I'm doing is I'm stalling while I'm pressing all these buttons, which I can do press all the buttons. And as I press the buttons, still stalling with all 7 of you on here. And guess what? Guess what? We're gonna start all over again. I'm kidding, not that bad. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop over to Instagram and hit the go live button. And then we're going to go here to make sure that we are live, because I'm pretty sure that we are. And oh my goodness, if I put this in here, we should be live, I think, right? Are we live?
you.
I
Two.
think we are. I think we are live. But let's just do it. Let's
Let's
just
do
do it.
it.
Let me just yep, we're here. We are go live. Okay, let me just make sure. Yeah, there we go. We are here, and we are here, and joy of joys. And I'm just gonna hit this again. Oh, there we are. Now we got this. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. So welcome everybody. Hi everybody. Welcome. We are here. We are live. I am so excited. TikTok extraordinaire, Lorenda Carr, psychic medium mentor. I'm going to let you fill in everything else. I go over and make sure that we're on Instagram. And tell
I'll
everybody,
entertain them while you figure it out.
let me entertain you. But,
Right.
and then we'll say hello to everybody that's on here. So
Hello, everybody. I should say it. I
you
should
say
say
it.
it.
You should
Hello, everybody.
tell everybody what you do.
What do I do? I talk to dead people. Um, and all right, so my name is Lorenda Carr. I'm a psychic medium mentor, as the thing down there says, but also basically I teach classes on. I'm a trance medium. I also do hypnosis
Mm.
to do past life regression. I wear many hats in this spiritual ring. But my favorite thing, honestly, is just I love trance mediumship. Love it. But just basically mediumship and working with people to find healing by giving spirit a voice in whatever way that whatever that looks like. So the more I learn, the more avenues I learn how to do that, the more message work I can get done and give more platforms I can give spirit to speak. How's that?
And barking on the truth. That was good.
No.
And I have to tell you though, so we just met you guys on TikTok,
Right.
and I happened to be in your room. I knew that you knew some of the people that I knew, and I just loved your energy. I love that you were no BS, and I love that you tell it like it is, and I love that you have fun. You have fun on your lives, and that's the most important thing. And for all of you that know me, you know that I vibe with people that are, like, here it is. There's no fancy fluff. There's no, and let me tell you guys, what I love about Lorenda as well is there's no competition here. We are all doing the same work, and we are um, building community. And it's beautiful to have people that I can say, you are a peer. I have an issue. Let me lean on you for a bit. Tell me what you think. And there you have it. You have people that are in your corner, and that's what this is. Butterfly Jen says, what can't she do on Instagram? So thanks, Jill. um
Sure.
Maria, hello. Jenny, hello. Amanda, hello. Hey, Gail. Sister Sledge, so good to see you, Diane. Hey, Joy. Susan, hello. Michelle, hello. Susan, hello. Yay, you did it. I know it's a little high tech, but I did it.
Hey,
Uh,
we're getting there.
hello. Sarah says hello. No surprises here. You got that right. Hi, Sharon Don. Thank you for being here. And April Johnson, good to have you here. Thanks for being here. So, this month, the theme is celebrate. And I wanted to start off with you this month because I think that's what you do. Because you do dance, you celebrate people's, wait for it, guys. You might use this as marketing material. You celebrate people's inner light.
Yeah.
And that inner light, whether they come from spirit or whether they're from the human plane, you celebrate that. You give spirit a voice, and you give your students a place to be themselves. And I think that's so commendable and so important. So thank you for doing what you do.
Well, I'm glad that you see that. I'm glad that you see that because it's not always that way, if you know what I'm saying. And that is truly, I mean, I've taught dance for 38 years now. And, I came out of the womb dancing, teaching. I'm a protege.
Yeah, there you go.
That's it. So I've been teaching for 38 years now, and it's been a natural transition because that's what I needed. And if I'm being honest, that's what I needed. I needed to be celebrated in dance. I needed to have people acknowledge when I for the wins and those light bulb moments. And that's something I think that made me a much better teacher. And then as I transitioned into really doing this work more and teaching, I've just learned to, like you said, celebrate how spirit meets people in different ways, how spirit shows up for people, celebrating spirit, celebrating those of us here learning on earth. And so I love that you've chosen this topic for this month because it really is. It's beyond just like, oh, let's celebrate the holidays. Let's celebrate spirit, celebrate the opportunities we've been given, and celebrate each other because we all need celebrate. Like we all need that. We all need that.
We do. And I don't think many people, Lorenda, celebrate self.
Mm-mm.
And I think they feel, especially during this time of year, that is selfish.
Right.
And as you and I know, and as you and I
Mm-hmm.
right, it can be challenging, everybody, because this is the season of giving, right? Well, stop it there. This is a season of giving. If you don't give to yourself, you're not going to have anything to give to anybody else.
Right.
So what would you say? And let me just quickly say, hello, Nancy. Hi, Megan. Joyce says you all deserve to have that relationship with your peers that's warm and comfy. Totally true. Diana, hello. Danielle, thank you for being here. Hello. What would you say is the most interesting piece that we get from the other side? Like when people come to see you, what's the theme that our loved ones want to share? Like what did they learn when they crossed over?
And you know what? I'm glad that you're asking this because that is something that I've actually implemented in my readings is when once the spirit's identified, yeah, we get the evidence. I'm like, but what's your message?
Right.
What is it that you want them, that your loved one to know? What did you learn from this lifetime? Now that you're there and can see it from that perspective, what did you learn that you want to impart? And a lot of times they'll say if you're going to spend money, spend it on experience. If you're going to, it's about the experience. You can't take stuff with you.
Right.
It's not about the stuff. And yes, the stuff is nice and the stuff is fun, but you can't take it with you. But you'll take every memory that you ever make with you because we are mental beings. So every experience, everything, every good and bad. So the more you are willing to go out and explore and learn, pick up a book, listen to a podcast, go for a walk, meet a neighbor, our connections. That's what we take with us, not the stuff. not the new pair of earring. Okay, again, I mean, sister loves some jewelry. However, and that does bring some joy. However, you can't take it with you. And that is they have said over and over and over again, do go out and do and experience, because they wish they would have done more of that.
And it's funny because my mom and dad, my
Mhm.
mom always would say, you know, we can do this, we can do that. And she said, we can go ahead and be like your aunt, and I could go get all these diamond rings and fur coats, you know, back in the 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
And we can do all that stuff. But she said, I want to give all of us an experience. She said that I want to take a vacation that's going to
Mhm.
have you have a great memory. And have you watched the movie? And this is for everybody, but Lorenda, have you watched the movie Defending Your Life?
Have not.
Okay,
Okay, I'm ready.
go rent that movie. It's with Albert Brooks and Meryl Streep. And
Okay,
it's
you had me at Meryl Streep.
okay, gotcha. So it's about what happens when they cross over. And I'm telling you, so much of that stuff is so what we talk about, which I don't know what Albert Brooks, because he directed it and wrote it. I'm
Yeah,
wondering what download he got to write this movie.
right.
Right? And it's a great movie, and it's funny because Shirley MacLaine, love me some Shirley MacLaine.
Love me some Shirley
Yeah,
MacLaine.
she's in there, and she's in charge of the past life
Oh,
gallery, which is
division.
hysterical. Yeah, hysterical. So go rent this movie, and if you guys haven't seen it, trust me. Here's something to talk about too. Talk about celebrate.
Mhm.
Here's what I heard on the other side. I heard that just like coming from a Christian background,
Mhm.
just like Jesus without 40 days, they're in soul school for 40 days. And they are learning how to communicate as a soul energy. And sometimes that's why they still can show up and do little signs here and there, but they're talking to us through us and through the people that we're reading for is better after the 40 days.
And you know what? I just literally had a conversation about this tonight,
Hmm.
because my mentor, my mentor is going to be coming and teaching as a guest teacher for one of my classes, doing spiritual anatomy and talking about like what happens when we cross over, like what's the process of, as shown to a collective number of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that being one of them, that the spirit like we can still communicate with spirit almost immediately, like, and I've had that happen. But it takes a couple of months almost to get that full understanding of basically getting your sea legs, remembering how to walk and talk over there and how to like do the things and communicate. And then your guides are like, whoa, okay, hold on, come on, simmer down. Let's got a few things to do. We got to unpack you. We have
Right.
to unpack you. And then there is an unpacking process. And honestly, like, I think it's kind of cool to think about, I guess. And it makes sense. So
I
yeah.
like it a lot. And I think if you guys haven't um, listened or read the book Many Lives, Many Masters with Dr. Brian Weiss,
Yes.
really read that, because that there has some good information, some really good nuggets in there about what happens. And again, guys, if you're new, welcome. Thanks for being here. We're talking about, hi, Gabriella and Beth. Hello. Hello, Kalispera, which means good evening in Greek. Thank you. What is the name of the movie? The name of the movie is
Well, you
Defending Your Life with Albert Brooks and Meryl Streep. And that's a really good movie. So please rent that. Unpack that. Yeah, really important, April. Really important. So I was going to ask you a question. Welcome to Almost 61 Break. She is the Oracle. Hello, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. What would you say is something because we are talking about celebrating. That's what I was saying. We were talking about celebrating tonight and how we can celebrate self, how we can celebrate connection. They want us to talk to them.
Mhm.
And why do you think people are afraid to do that?
Pre-programming.
Okay.
I think that's not 100% it, but I think
Sure.
that's a lot because of what we're taught as good and bad, and I think if we come in that, oh, it's a ghost, that's bad. They're stuck. Or is that a demon? Like, I think some of it's pre-programming. I think there's numerous reasons, but in my experience, that's the first thing that comes out of my. What are your thoughts? I'm interested to hear your thoughts too.
So I think you are on to something. It is pre-programming. It is pre-programming, whether it's Hollywood, whether it's I'm just guys, you all know that I believe. It's not that I don't believe, whether it's religion, whether it's parental, it is all that stuff going on because I think, and this, please know, anybody that's on here, anybody that's watching us, I am not dissing the paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not dissing it. But as John Holland said, and you all know that I study with John Holland and Lisa Williams and Tony Stockwell, and and we can go on. But I will tell you that these luminaries of this work, and I studied with Janet No Havoc, who also was at Arthur Finley,
Mhm.
and what they say is that ghosts, that feeling, is actually the emotional piece that the spirit has left behind.
That makes sense.
Let me say that again for everybody. When you walk into a room and you're like, oh, there's a lot of anger in this room. Well, maybe the loved one that passed there was a lot of fighting in that energy. The house holds that energy.
It's an imprint, like an imprint energy.
Exactly. Exactly. So, and again, just my opinion, Lorenda's opinion. I mean, we all have different opinions, right? So, if that vibes with you, when you're like, oh, I don't want to talk to a ghost, well, you're talking to a spirit. You're talking to your loved one. You are closer to your loved one than Lorenda and I are.
Right.
And they want you to talk to them. They really do. So my feeling is that, like you said, and imprint is a good word. I was just losing my dialogue here. The imprint of your loved one stays. All the good stuff goes back to heaven. They are in a place of love. So if you're saying, well, I don't want to talk to grandma because she was a bitch. Well, guess what? Energy is going to come forward and say, sorry for being a bitch, but she's not bitchy up there because she can't take that with her.
Well, and have you had situations where okay, this is how I explain it to people. If I were to pull in, okay, say dad was not nice. Okay, dad was a mean person here
Right.
on earth. But I say, "Oh, your dad's here and he just loves you so much." And I get that vibe. They're going to be like, "That's not my dad."
Right, exactly.
They come in and they'll say, okay, yeah, I did this, this, and this, and I can say to them, would you understand your dad saying that he was responsible for this, 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 and this, and making you feel this way?
Right.
Knowing that he's not in that angry energy anymore. He's not in that whatever negative space anymore, but he's coming in, leaving that evidence so we know, oh, that's the guy. You got the guy.
Right.
But understanding we as the mediums can go, okay, I got you. We understand. We understand that you're no longer that person.
Right.
But that's how we can identify you. And just knowing that, yes, it's very different. Once they go, it's very different. They're not angry. They're not all the things at all.
No.
At all. And also, I think there are people that, and I know you've had people like this that come to you, they're just like, please, please, please. Are they angry at me because I didn't get the heart gravestone? Like, and seriously, a spirit will literally eye roll and be like, oh my God, no. Okay. We saw this, and they will let us know what they witnessed. and how they love everything that was done for them.
Right. And that is part of the celebration, guys. Are you celebrating your loved one? She is the oracle, says she agrees from what we were talking about earlier. And April says, do you think sometimes it's fear for whatever reason? For not people not being able to connect? Yes, because that fear piece is, oh, do I need a Ouija board to connect? Oh my God, I can't do it that way. Do I need this? Honestly, all you need is this. Or this. If writing works, writing works. It is right. It is that using of that intuitive skill that we all have. All of you are, and this is another reason why I love Lorenda, because she's like, I hate the word gift. Me too. Cannot stand it. I cannot stand it. It's like, I have a gift. All right, great. And I have a friend that always says gift, and it's what she was used to, and that's great. But
it's a gift. It's a gift that we all have.
Right. Not a gift that only this person has, or he has, or that person, because there is somebody, we won't mention names, and I all know that you like it, but I'm not going to mention the name. But there is somebody on the TikTok that is a male person that always says, my gift, my gift. I want to puke when I hear it, because I'm like, oh, no. Hi, Ellen Jane. Diana says, I love celebrating spirit. I miss my Japanese grandma every day. This is my dad's mom. Holidays are hard when the loved ones you miss the most aren't around. I try to talk to her and let her know I miss her. And that's great. Letting them know is also so important. So I'm going to ask you this. I'm going to ask you, Diana, what do you do to celebrate them? Like for my mom.
How do you celebrate them? Yeah.
My mom, I will make sure, and it's real good too. My mom loved Reese's peanut butter cups. I'm going to make sure on Christmas that I'm going to bite into a Reese's peanut butter cup. Now, when I was doing my shamanic training, Peruvian based, what we would do is whatever we were eating on that retreat weekend, we'd do a spirit plate. So we would do a forkful of everything that we had, and we would go to a tree with a paper plate, and obviously y'all know that an animal's going to eat it, but we would go ahead and give it to the elders as a spirit plate. Butterfly John says, I'm having a hard time with my father being above and my anger and my angry and disappointed mom on earth, so torn between feelings. I get that. I get that, but it is about clearing that, because they're not disappointed on the other side. They're not disappointed. Hello, Tina. Thanks for being here.
And I will say, if I could offer a piece of advice,
please.
When my father passed, I was he was not a good dude. I had a lot of big feelings, as my little kids like to say. And I was forced to either be angry that it was never fixed, or I could find the things to celebrate that I learned about myself while he was here. And it helped me, because in the end, spirit's not feeling my feelings. I, Lorenda Carr, only me, has to experience that. So I can choose to live in joy, fear, or love. Fear or love. Those are the two emotions, right? So I have big feelings about the man that's on the other side now, for whatever reason, and the anger. I have a choice to flip that energy and ask myself, what did I learn? I learned how to be a good mom. I learned how to be truthful. I learned how to be authentic. I learned how to empower others because of the weaknesses that I felt and my hardships. I've learned how to do these things and help others. So it's how do I transmute that energy? Because he's not going to feel it.
Right.
He's he'll deal with whatever he's going to deal with over there. Right. It's none of my business. I can only deal with me. So that's my advice on that. My unsolicited advice.
And here's the thing, though, but it's good advice. Here's the thing too, everyone. if a loved one comes in, you don't have to connect to that.
You don't. And that's the other thing, because my dad's not allowed to come through in readings because me, Lorenda, the human,
Right.
and his spirit, my dad, I think we'll hash that out when I cross over someday.
Exactly. And
And I'm
that's,
okay with that.
yeah, and that's what you figure it out. And that's when you meet that's when you meet Shirley MacLaine in the past lives thing, right? You gotta rent that movie.
Yes, I will.
Diana says, I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Natto is a Japanese fermented soybean, and you add soy sauce in and put scallions to mix it together. You put it on top of rice. It's a Japanese dish. I love that. I eat natto. My grandma smiles. I even have a dragonfly necklace I put her ashes on when I need to be closer. I love that.
I love that.
So
What
these
a
are
way to celebrate.
right celebratory things, guys, because I know, trust me, the first several holidays without my parents was really, really challenging. And when I started to deepen my work in this field, I was like, well, what can I do that would honor them? What can I do to do something besides, in the Greek church, we're going to light a candle. What else can I do?
You know, and that's a really great point. Like doing things that your loved one loved to do,
Yep.
you know.
I put on 40s music, my dad's big band music for my dad,
You
because
know,
he loved it.
my grandpa, he was a big band guy also, big bands guy. My grandpa loved the Carpenters.
Uh-huh.
So every year at Christmas, I play the music and I'm like, all right, grandpa, you singing with me? Let's sing. He would always whistle. He never really sang much, but he'd whistle. And we just, and that to me, and there's an artist that I discovered because of TikTok named Alex Warren. He's like tours the world now. He's pretty awesome. He's got a song called Save Me a Seat, or no, yeah, I'll save you a seat. I'll save you a seat. And it's all about I'll save you a seat at the table
I love that.
for the holidays because he lost both of his parents. He's a
Mm,
young guy too. Lost both of his parents. And I feel like if you hold space for them, you're celebrating them. You're inviting them in to celebrate with you because the holidays are hard.
right. So
Yeah.
hard. And let's say challenging for many. Challenging for many. I want to ask a question. I'm sure some of you guys might want to know. So being Greek, and when I get my information, I don't know why. When I'm on the TikTok, and obviously either I can't see the person or it's just a question in the little comments.
Right.
I will always be shown food first. Like that is my first go-to. I asked Tony Stockwell, I'm like, Tony, why are they always giving me like food? Do they look at me and like hefty, hefty, hefty? I mean, they, you know, and he's like, but that's what you relate to.
That because spirit meets us where we are.
Right. So spirit knows that
You like your food.
big fat Greek ass.
Listen,
It's
I'm a foodie. I love food. Are you kidding me?
here. So that's the very first thing. Like I will see something, and if I do traditional evidential mediumship, it's usually this is who it is, this is the age, this is what they possibly passed away with. We'll get into the whole medical stuff, and then it's up. But then I was like, no, you know what? I like the way that I combine this. Like Tony's like, take this. Give 3 or 4 pieces of evidence, stop and go into the message.
Message.
Tell them what
said that.
they're doing up there.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad you said that because that is honestly, that's how I've been trained. But I mean, spirituals training, like Camp Chesterfield, spirituals training, like when it's an hour of just evidence, like, okay, well, we know who it is. Okay, we've identified 1, 2, 3. Awesome. What's the message?
Right.
Let's get why. I took a class with Dominic Bogue. He's out of Scotland, and he talked about vocal points. He's like, if spirit's bringing something up, there's a reason. It's not just for you to look cool and show off. It's they're giving you a vocal point so you can follow that vocal point to the message that they need to deliver to their loved one. So if your true intention is to give spirit a voice, everything they give you is important. So be careful to get the 25 pieces of evidence, because you're going to have to give reason and messages for every single one. So find a few vocal points, hone in on the ones. The first 3 are usually the most important. And if that means it's food, sometimes food is the identifying component, especially if you're a person who travels. Like my husband and I, more than buying stuff, we travel. I want to go see different cultures, different things, try the food, try the different alcohols, try the different everything, right? And so sometimes spirit will come in and show me a dish from someplace I've been. I'll be like, would you understand a male energy coming in? He showed me this dish, and I had that in Bavaria once. Like, they're like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's my grandpa. He's from there. So I love it when they bring in food, because I'm like, oh man, I could use some sausage right now.
Right. And that's what I mean. It's like, I wish I was like this, because I, like you, I smell and taste, and I'm like, oh, that's good. I wish this could be a diet. Let's see. Diana says, I love the Carpenter. Their Christmas album is fantastic. It is, truly.
Yes, it's true.
Says, I found a poem called My First Christmas in Heaven, which reminded me of when my grandpa, so I'm reading it at our Christmas gathering in his honor. I love that. April says, oh, April, this will be the first holiday season we'll be celebrating my mother in our own way of spirit. As she prepared for her passing so well 2 years ago, it was like she was physically still here. Got it. Say hi to my son.
Ciao.
Ciao, please. Okay, sure. From Brazil. Oh, thank you. So are you speaking Spanish, or do you speak Brazilian Portuguese? Because I know in Brazil they speak both. So fascinating. Sweet Italian sausage. Yum. Yes.
Yeah. Listen, I haven't had dinner yet. I'm thinking I'm about to go find me a German restaurant. Now that it's in I'm thinking,
get a little Wiener Schnitzel.
Get a little Wiener Schnitzel.
Yeah. Das ist gut. Ja, das ist gut. Yeah. Portuguese. My husband is Portuguese, so awesome. She's the Oracle says they do that with me, but with movies, because I watch so much of them. Yes, exactly.
Okay, listen. All right, I gotta ask you. You like the show tunes also? Do you get a lot of show tunes? Do you get?
Yeah, show tunes, movie. Like, I kid you not. I don't know about you. No, you're pretty good about it, because you sometimes say this sounds like, but I'm not the best at names. Like, I don't get the names. I'll get a 1-word syllable, or I'll get the syllable. I won't get the name. When I get the name, I'm shocked, because I'm like, really? What?
They're like, how do you know? I'm like,
right. So all I kept on hearing was, okay, so those Midwestern people, Garfield Goose, you guys will know. Oh, lady, oh, lo, I'm Hard Rock, I'm Coco, I'm Joe. Like, does that mean anything for you? They're like, that song? No. I'm like, do you like hot cocoa? And I'm like, was your dad's name Joe? Oh my God.
Yeah, because God forbid they just go, hey, say Joe.
Say Joe. Right. Right.
Yeah. No, I've actually gotten from Alexander Hamilton. They'll be like, Alexander Hamilton. Would you understand? I'm hearing Alexander, or the name Alexander or Hamilton. Either one of those important. Right. Every time. Like, yeah, you get those funny references. You know what's funny too is I'll hear Hotel California a lot, and that's usually a name for Joe, for like Joe Walsh.
That's funny.
Even though it's funny. It's funny. But spirit will meet us where we are based on our own Rolodex, our own memories. That's how spirit communicates with us. And that's why I go back to the gift is not necessarily the connection. The gift is, have you had the resources and the time and the whatever to develop it, to understand how the messages are coming in?
There's a really cool thing that Tony Stockwell talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And Tony said there's a woman in England that he's gone to see. She makes mediumship different. What she does is, when you walk in, mm-hmm. you write in your favorite song and you put it in this bowl. Mm-hmm. And then she will pick out the song from the bowl.
Brilliant.
That's how she does her readings.
That is brilliant.
Because what
Actually.
she does is she likes it because it's different every time.
Huh?
Everybody has a connection to a song, whether it's that song or something else. It's interesting. Hello, funny mama. Thanks for being here. Hi, Sharon. Good to see you. Don loves the Eagles. Okay. Amanda says, I think my mom understands why I do not celebrate. I do thank her for all the amazing memories. Awesome. April Sanders, the psychic. When I'm giving a reading, cars, trucks, I can always tell the sitter what kind of vehicle they drove. That's fascinating. That is fascinating. And, it's interesting because, like you said, they meet us where we're at and what the experiences that we have, whether that is, okay, so here's another one.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
really like charades, if I'm being honest.
Totally. I was just going to say that. Totally
Charades.
like charades. It's, like, I will get a commercial popped in. It's like Libby, Libby, Libby on the label, label, label. You will like it on the table, table, table. It's Libby, Libby, Libby on the label, label, label.
You're like, make it stop.
Right. I was like, all right. But here's the funny thing is that's me in my normal life anyway. Those of you that watch me on the Tiki Talk or even on here, I'll just bust out into a song for no reason whatsoever.
I do too.
Right.
There's a reason we're connecting over this.
And I'll give people a song like Tina Terry. She's always on TikTok watching. And there was another woman. Her name was Kitty something. And I don't know what happened to Kitty, but she was and it reminded me of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. So I used to say, oh, you kitty, kitty, Carrie. That was it. Kitty, Carrie. I think that's her name. So then I changed it to, oh, you Tina Terry, we love you. Oh, Tina Terry, love you too. Hi, love everywhere you go. It's Tina Terry too. All you Tina Terry.
Listen, now I'm getting that song in my head.
Yeah, see, I know. That's what happens. That's what happens. Ren says, good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Oh, hello.
KB Koganes started following you. Thank you so much. Thanks for that. So, do you guys have questions? Do you have questions about how to celebrate? Me too. How do we celebrate? What do we do? What makes... Well, I'm going to ask you while they're typing. What do you do to celebrate you?
To celebrate me?
Yeah, celebrate you.
I put on a crown.
Atta girl. You got several of these, don't you?
I do. It's my whole shtick because I have my show called The Crowned Medium. And
right.
So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got a lot of crowns.
A lot of crowns. Okay. Atta girl.
I'm a Leo. It's okay. That's what we do. How do I celebrate me? Sometimes I don't know. I'm not very good at celebrating myself now that I'm thinking about it. I celebrate. Good question, actually. That's a really good question. Sometimes just celebrating me means I tell myself, you're doing okay. You're doing okay. And sometimes, like even today, like going through having the show, I had this fear of like, I'm not giving my students enough in dance. Like I'm not training them up. I'm not giving them enough. And do they even like me? Like I don't care because I'm a Gen Xer, but whatever. But then like when they give me the hug and they come off stage and they look to me and they're like, that was awesome. In those moments, I'm proud of them, but then I'm also reminded, okay, I'm all right. I'm doing okay. And I think just being kind to myself, to be honest.
My cousin is a dance movement therapist. And unfortunately, she had a lot of stuff going on. She had IBS. She had stuff, just a lot of stuff.
Physical things, yeah.
Just a lot of stuff. And she actually had to have an ileostomy. And she is like 5'2", 90 pounds wet, and in great shape. And she said, she laughs because she goes, yeah, figures I got a bag. And she's like, my initials are BAG. There you go. And because she's small, she has a child one. And she goes, what the hell? I'm going to bedazzle this. I'm going to, and she will have a dance party every day. She
I,
will run herself a bubble bath. And while she's getting the bubble bath ready and while it's doing its thing, she will have a dance party.
listen, I love a dance party.
Yeah. And she gets on her bicycle. She's got a three-wheeler bicycle because she's about a year older than me. And she will go ahead and she just does it full. Like she will go and I'm like, girl, you're talking to me while you're driving. She goes, no one's on the street. It's a closed street. And she's like, do, 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 do. She'll turn on the music. She's like, hey, and she is because she's like, all right, because she knows I'll do it. She goes, tell me something good. I'm like, tell me something good. Uh, but that is how we rock and roll.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah,
Also, the fact that
let's
she
celebrate.
bedazzles her colostomy bag, that is a class act right there. Like I rhinestone everything. I've got a plunger that's rhinestoned.
That's nice.
I know. Have you ever heard of the musical Forever Plaid?
Of course.
Okay, so we're used to doing our next tune with the choreography, but yeah. So
That's
I
good.
have a tap dance to that. That's actually they're dancing and singing with plungers and tap dancing,
I like
and
it.
so we rhinestone the plungers.
I love it. She's the Oracle says I like to look back and see how far I've come and congratulate myself for it. Love it. Butterfly Jen likes to celebrate with a nice glass of wine. Sharon does uh, do music, favorite songs a lot. Good. Gen X for the win. I will usually get a color. I like that. Oh my God, bedazzle colostomy. Yes, ma'am. April says, I never thought about celebrating myself, but I get a lot of satisfaction when I connect for my sitter and give them my love for what I do, a piece of my love for what I do, compassion. Yes, important. But April, as we talk about, it is so important to celebrate self because as givers that we are, if we're not giving to ourselves, it's that old thing. The oxygen
Yes.
comes down, you got to give to yourself.
Yeah, I use that all the time as an analogy.
My grandma recently sent me a song while I was at work, Phil Collins' Long, Long Way to Go. I asked my aunt if she heard it before, and she told me my grandma used to love the chime in that song. My aunt said she used to crank it up at home when grandma was alive, and they would jam it out together. My grandma sent it to me because she's proud of me for being in nursing school, and the message is that even though it may feel like a long, long way to go, I'll get there before I know it. I love that. I
That's
love
a
that.
beautiful message. What a beautiful message to get from spirit too, you know?
Yeah, totally, totally. Singing with plungers and tap dancing. I'd pay to see that. So would Piper. Piper is his daughter. That's cute.
I
So
love that.
cute. Piper, are you watching? Hi, Piper. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else? Well, tell me before we do anything. What do you got coming up? What's going on woo-woo wise? What do you got?
Ooh,
Classes? What do you
I
got going?
I got a few things coming up. I have my regular class. I do a class twice a month. It's called All Level Spiritual Development. It's for people who are just trying to figure themselves out in spirit world and connecting to guides and loved ones, whatever, and connecting to their intuition, all the way up to I've got professional mediums in that class that it's very spirit led based on who's in the class. It's crazy cool. On December 17th is my next class, and my mentor is coming in to teach spiritual anatomy. That will be open to anybody to sign up for. Tomorrow, my friend Carrie Koss and I are doing a boutique event. I think there's only a couple spots left for that. We'll be doing private readings for people and in a group intimate setting on Zoom. And then I've got of course, every Thursday from 10 to noon, I've got the Crowned Medium. And I go live. We have special guests on. I've got a couple spirit artists coming on. Monday night, I've got Tracy St. Croix coming on.
Oh,
Like
nice.
I've got a crazy cool amount of people. I've got 2 guests per show for the next couple of weeks coming up. So I got a lot happening. And then my schedule, starting in January, I'll be teaching trance mediumship class, platform mediumship class. So keep an eye out for my schedule because I do have all my new stuff coming up. I'm not starting new projects right now because it's December.
It's December.
Yeah, so that's what I got going on. I think that's all. I feel like I'm forgetting something important, but I feel like that's enough.
That's a lot. It's a lot.
A lot.
A lot.
But
Well,
that's
guys,
how I roll, though. If you haven't figured me out yet, that's how I roll.
I
Because
know, and I do the same thing, so that's why.
we're busy people. We like staying busy.
Busy people. Guys, if you want, all you have to do to check out everything Lorenda is just go to hername.com. It's LORENDACARR.com.
I'll put it in the chat.
Like right there. That's her name, right there, right there. And it is that. April says part 2 trance.
Oh, because she was in my part 1 class, my trance class the first time. And it was a really amazing experience for all of us, even including myself. I have a deal with spirit that if I am going to teach it, I have to continue being a student in that as well.
Which we always learn. I mean,
always learning.
I have to tell you guys, my 58th weekend retreat is coming up in February.
That's crazy that you've done so much. I love that. I love that you've done so many retreats.
So much fun. And I have to tell you that I always learn every single retreat. I tell people, I'm like, I'm not just the facilitator. I am the student. Yes. You guys are the teachers. And I learn from them.
And don't you find that it makes you a better practitioner if you continue to learn?
Totally.
I feel like we are students of the universe, and any mentor that's like, no, I don't take classes anymore. I'm like, peace out. I don't need that.
Right, exactly. Because it's so important. We're always changing. Everything always changes. And that's really important. Yay, Florida. Gail, are you coming? Are you coming? It's the weekend after.
Listen, you dropped me a teaser a while back. Were you planning on doing Chicago? Do you have Chicago in the works?
I am doing Chicago. Shh, don't tell anybody.
You said it.
It is April. We're doing one in April. That's going to be more about trusting the inner voice. It's kind of taking some stuff with Sue Page from Pathways. So we're combining this mental emotional piece with this emotional spiritual piece, blending the two, because people always operate from here. So it's different. It's going to be a little different. In May, at the end of May, we're doing something that my friend Moira and I have talked about, I kid you not, for 3 years now. And it is called, it's going to be limited people, guys. So if you're interested, once we get the information, you're going to want to hop on. There's no more than 18 people. I'm sorry, let me take that back. There's no more than 14 people. So if you want to, we'll teach a bigger one next time, but right now it's called Abandonment and Loss, healing the missing pieces.
That'll
be really fascinating. I'm just going to tell you that. And I'm super, super excited. What else? Oh, for you guys, at midnight tonight, the sale stops. So if you want
get on that
merchandise, the books,
yes,
please hold. The sprays, can you see the sprays over here? Hang on.
Kind of.
Okay. The sprays or the salts, or please hold caller, or the changing the FU to thank you.
I love that, by the way. I love that title.
We have merchandise that is 15% off. Use the code TUE, like Tuesday, 215 for the merchandise, and coaching packages and an intuitive session. Packages and sessions are 30% off. Use TUE 30, and that's till midnight tonight. That's midnight tonight. Yes, Nancy, both of those in April and May will be in Chicago. My kind of town, Chicago. Yeah, exactly. You know what? You are welcome to come anytime you want, my friend. And if you guys want to know more, go to mindbodyspirit.fm. Lorenda was on my podcast.
That was a great podcast.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. So please come back for podcasts. Please come back with whatever. And what did Butterfly Jen said? Empower. Oh, the Empower spray. Yeah, has just settled my grandson. I like it.
Ooh, I love that.
It's really good. Thank you for being here again, guys. Go and let me get this. Go check her out at lorendacarr.com. There it is, right there on the screen. Okay. And do stay for the outro because it's so much fun. And
outro.
Yes, we are here to connect. And when we connect, we educate. And when we educate, we grow. There is unity in community. From our hearts to yours. Be well, everybody. Real talk.
And thank you. Thank you very much for having me on. I appreciate it.
Anytime. All right, guys, here comes the outro. Hang on. See you soon. Oh, tonight, 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 10 o'clock Central, 11 o'clock Eastern on the Tiki Talk. All right. See you guys soon.